this stage. Hello, Kev.
Hello.
Yes, Kev, that man. Guys,
I'm on it.
anybody listening to this right now, you do not know how hard this has been to get this man actually clicking on a link, yeah, without downloading StreamYard. You have no idea the frustration, to say the least. Kev, I've just explained there, I don't know if you'll listen or no, I have probably, because the truth goes further, Kev, yes? I have probably spoken to you for, and I know, correct me if I'm wrong, about 20 minutes of your life in the last 4 days, maybe?
That's right, yeah, yes.
Personally, yeah? When I actually got your number and I contacted you, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you. And I'm going to apologise because I've slagged you off in a few chats, for being Kev the Carbs. I've slagged you off a little, right? But that's just my persona on YouTube. You've spoken to me personally behind the scenes now, yeah? Just in a normal day-to-day life. Do you think I'm an arsehole?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So we're going from the right step, yeah? I am an arsehole, mate, yeah? But I'm a somewhat lovable arsehole to some and a proper hindrance to others, right?
Yeah,
so,
right.
So tonight I'm going to get you, I'm going to cut to the chase, yeah? Don't look at the chat. Rule number 1, do not look at the chat, yeah? Because there'll be certain people who will come in the chat to sling you off subject matter, okay? That's my rule. That's my rule of thumb. Yeah, that's good. I'll look at the chat when I need to look at the chat, okay? And I don't look at the chat when I'm speaking to somebody. That's rule number 1 of thumb, yeah? Because
it's like me off, they don't even know me.
Yes, I'll slag you off, I don't even know you. But then again, you know, that's just for a laugh, but let's get serious here.
I mean, the others slag me off, but they don't know me.
Okay, so we'll get back to the beginning, yeah? And I don't want a big life story, I just want in a paragraph. Your name's Kevin, right? And I call you Kev the Carbs, yeah, for having a laugh, right? But who are you? What do you do? I mean, what's your background? Give us a wee bit, like 2-minute version of who you are, Kevin, in life. Okay, so I'll probably kind of hit you there, but so what have you done, Kev? Where did you come from? What's your background? Are you a gangster? You know,
I had my own businesses for 30 odd years. Quite successful, really, businesses.
Okay.
And I'm sort of retired now. I'm on the sick, actually.
Okay, so you had your own business for over 30. Did you say 30 years? Sorry.
30 odd, yeah, 32 years. And I had own businesses, yeah.
And they're fairly successful, yeah.
Yeah.
And have you got family? Have you got children? You don't need.
I've got family. Yeah, I've got family, daughter, granddaughters, grandsons. Yeah.
Okay. And so you're have you done? Okay. Have you been in prison, Kev?
No, I've never been in prison. No.
Have you ever taken drugs?
Never taken drugs. Never had nothing to do with drugs.
You've never taken a drug?
No.
Apart from maybe your doctor might.
Oh yeah, I'm on.
No. Apart from.
Oh no! I've never been one for drugs.
I've never taken illegal substances. Sorry.
I like to drink, but I never took drugs. No.
So you like a wee drink?
You drink, yeah. Well, I used to, but not so much nowadays.
Okay. And would I be correct in saying, Kev, that you are living alone? You're separated right now. You have no partner.
I've got no partner now. No. Okay. I am living with the ex-missus, but staying in their house. But I've got no partner now.
So you're still seeing your ex-missus?
No, I stay. She's given me a room. That's basically it, really.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Hang on, mate. Hang on. Wow. Hang on. Sorry, I just had the remote there. Music there. Right. So you've no. You're living yourself basically at the moment, yeah?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Your grandkids, etc.
Yeah.
Have you ever been involved in any criminal activity, i.e., kind of gangsterism or whatever you want to call it nowadays?
Oh, no, not really, no.
So that's what you're saying, right? Okay. Would I be correct in saying right now you have got bail restrictions?
I've got bail restrictions at the moment, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what the bail restrictions are? You can.
Yeah. There's a possession of a firearm with no license or something like that.
So you've been bailed on possession of a firearm.
Yeah, with no license.
Okay. Is there any third party attached to the bail conditions? You don't need to mention that person's name.
Yes. Well, yeah. I can't mention. Yeah.
Right. So there's another third party attached to the bail conditions that you're on.
That's right. Yeah.
Have you had any connection or any attempt by that said person who's on your bail conditions to contact you?
To what, sorry?
Has the person that's on your bail conditions broke the bail conditions to try to contact you by a third party?
Yeah, they have actually, yes.
Thanks for being honest, because I've heard that, yeah. And I'm not going to play it right now, but let's just say that that person has broke the bail conditions with contacting you with her own voice through a third party, correct?
Through a third party, yeah. And not just breaking the bail conditions. I think it's some sort of conspiracy as well to try and set me up.
Okay, that could be the case, right? But I'm coming across as a non-biased approach right now. I'm going to put my personal feelings of that person, because right now I've got kids who think I'm just a horrible person and I do things for no reason. You are going to educate my kids tonight, okay? Because I sit silent, Kev, I say nothing, and I expect everybody to learn. So you're going to educate my kids your experience of a certain individual and company, okay? So up until 2 years ago, would that be right in saying? Because you said you knew a certain person till about 2 years today. So up until about 2 years ago, how was your life going? Before, up until 2 years ago, how was your life going?
I'd split up with the other girl I was with about 6 months. The year before 2 years ago, yeah. So about 3 years ago, I split up with the other girl.
About 3 years ago, you split up, yeah. Okay.
So and then I met another girl who I actually knew her when I was 18.
So would this be the person that you technically are not allowed to speak about by name and her tonight?
No, it was
okay, that's good. That's is great, because then people can't say I've rehearsed everything you're going to say. I'm asking you questions because then everybody will see I'm asking you genuine questions. I'm maybe trying to jump the gun and you're correcting me on things that I don't know. This is great, yeah? So you met another person, okay, carry on.
Yeah, I met another person 2 years ago who I actually knew when I was 18. And her friend was a person I can't speak about at the moment.
Okay. Well, you can really technically, if I play the voice note that she sent to you through your another previous partner, but right now that'd be biased on me. So this is an unbiased approach of me. I'm putting my personal feelings to one side of what I think of that person. Yeah, I can speak about her all night, etc. Yeah, I'm not in any bail conditions. There is a conspiracy to try and get me jailed by the same person, I believe. But again, we'll leave that go. Okay, so you met this person, you'd split up with somebody, and you came across this person. How was that person that you can't speak about? And I can speak about her, but how was that person when you first met her?
Yeah, she was alright when I first met her, yeah. Oh, well, she was alcoholic actually, but I didn't know that at the time.
Okay, but I mean, was she helpful to you? Was she a friend? A shoulder to cry on, to say the least?
I'm not really a shoulder to cry on, no, but I mean...
was she comforting to you? So you've just split up with somebody, and all of a sudden, you meet this person. Was she helpful to you? That's what I mean.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, well, she was out working first.
Did she give you some support, moral support?
No, not really. No.
No moral support.
No.
Okay. And how long did you know him total, Kev?
Well, we got together. We were together about 6 months.
Right. Okay, talk me through it. Everybody's listening here.
Sorry?
Everybody's listening, so talk me through it. You hear me, Kev? Kev, you hear me?
Sound's gone.
Hang on, mate. Hang on, I'll move.
Yeah, you're back.
You hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes. Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I'll get into a better position. You hang on. I'll turn this down. Hang on. I'm echoing. Right, go again, Kev.
Yeah, so we got together. We were together about 6 months, but I think it was the first or second night I actually met. I met this other person who I can't talk about. On the phone.
Right. And from there, Kev, I feel like a dentist right now, and I'm not a dentist, mate. So
So yeah, so we got together. It was alright for the first couple of months and that, like 3 or 4 months.
Is that when you became Kev the Cab? Kev Sack?
No, that I didn't. That was after I split up with her. About 6 months down the line, I think it was. Yeah, about 6 months down the line, I become Kev the Cab.
Right. Okay. So we'll try and put this like so. Kev's kind of stage fright right now, right? So which is good. It shows nobody has rehearsed anything that you're going to say tonight, right? Correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, have you ever met Brian Cockrell, Kev? We'll go back to have you ever met Brian Cockrell? Yeah,
I met Brian. Yeah, I met Brian. Yeah.
Okay. What did you think of meeting Brian? How was he? How was he as a person? How is he living? His health, blah blah blah. How did you help him?
Yeah, I helped him. I used to run them about all over. I used to take him to the hospitals, take him to the police station, take him to the courts. Wherever he wanted to go, I was the one who was taking him.
And was that on behalf of the party you can't mention right now? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you go on with Brian? How as like man to man? What did you see?
Well, he never come up with his bedroom, to be honest with you. He was like a hermit in his bedroom. He never come up with his bedroom. I mean, he's got a lot of health issues.
Okay. And But so, would it be fair to say if he needed to go to a hospital appointment, you'd be there to take him to it?
Yeah, I'd take him, yeah.
And how long did that carry on for, Kev? Like, in total?
18 months, maybe.
18 months?
18 months, I was running about, yeah.
Okay, right, so Brian, I'm only speaking here because I'm no medical expert, neither are you. On Brian hospital...
No, it wasn't 18 months, because at first I didn't meet him at first. It was a couple of months afterwards I met Brian.
A couple of months after, it's okay.
Yeah, so it's probably maybe 14 months or something I've been running about.
Okay. So you were running Brian about, so if you got a phone call off a certain person you can't mention, you would go and...
Yeah, well, I normally knew
You'd be a good man, you'd take somebody in need to a hospital. Was there any... take him to the hospital appointments and that, was there any... Because Brian stated himself that he's to get a shot to the head and pour this red liquid into him, blah, blah, blah. Was there any mention of these hospital visits where dementia or whatever, second stage, third stage, blah, 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 come into the equation in the conversation?
Later on, it did. Like later on, maybe 14 months down the line, it did, yeah.
So 14 months, would that be going back the last 6 months? Or
yeah,
4
going
months,
back,
3 months?
Going back last 6 months, yeah.
Okay,
It was delirium and shit and stuff like that.
Right, okay, so 6 months ago, I'm going back 6 months if memory serves me correct. I think Brian had mentioned that he had a urine infection. Would that be the same time?
That's it, yeah. That's the same time, yeah.
You had a urine infection, okay? And I know from past experience, seeing family members getting old, having urine infections and hallucinating. To be fair, it's an hallucination where the urine infection goes so far, it'll cause hallucinations and things that's not happening. That'd be fair to say on Brian's behalf, yeah.
Yeah. He was getting hallucinations, I think, yes.
Right, so at that stage, Brian had come on and made a live video and mentioned certain murders that had happened in Newcastle, and he claimed to be a witness to them. And then the following morning, he was arrested by his alleged wife. He got arrested for mentioning murders on YouTube. Can you correct me, or have I got that wrong?
Well, I was told that he got arrested for making threats to kill someone on YouTube.
That's a separate matter. He's been charged with that and currently on bail for threats to I don't want to get it wrong. Allegedly making threats to kill against Jamie Boyle, the author, Jamie Boyle.
Yeah, but that's the only time he was arrested, though. I don't think. But since I've known him.
So he wasn't arrested for any mentioning any murders, like what was stated. Because you know what? If you said he was, I'm going to say you're a liar, because it's all over the Teesside Live how he was arrested, and he was arrested for basically trolling an innocent family. That's what he was arrested for, allegedly. Okay, so I'm glad you said that and corrected it, because if you'd said it was because he'd mentioned murders, I was going to say no. You know what? I smell a rat.
No.
I just kicked you right off the panel. So thank you for being honest.
No, I don't say what I know, but as far as I know, it's just
on Teesside Newspaper Live. He appeared at court for alleged threats to kill, and the person he appeared at court for was called Jamie Boyle, the author, who previously, by Brian's own admission to me, Brian Cockrell had made statements against Jamie Boyle on 2 occasions to get Jamie Boyle arrested and NFA'd on them 2 occasions. So Jamie Boyle was NFA'd straight away, but Jamie Boyle was still arrested long before Brian Cockrell was ever arrested. Now, bearing in mind, Jamie Boyle is not a gangster. Some call him the pretend author. But I don't care who writes his book. He's not a gangster. He's never proclaimed to be a gangster. He's a worker. He goes to his work. That's what I know about Jamie Boyle. So, and I can mention Jamie Boyle over and over again, because the reason I can mention, because I didn't like the guy for a lot of years. Jamie Boyle. I disliked Jamie Boyle and his poor wife Shirley for so many years, yeah, on behalf of supporting Brian and Emma Cockrell. But I'm going to take it away. It wasn't Brian's doing.
Your sound's gone off again.
Hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Hear me?
Oh, yeah, there you. Yeah. It went quiet there. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't Brian's doing for me disliking Jamie Boyle. It was actually Emma Cockrell who created me disliking Jamie Boyle. She painted a picture, and that picture didn't exist, and it took me a lot of years to realise that the innocent people were the people sitting back saying nothing. So, right, back to you, because I don't want to make this about me and my experience of Brian and Emma Cockrell. I want everybody's wanting to hear yours. So I've got to stop talking. Just got to ask the questions. Okay. Right. So you took Brian. You took Brian to many hospital appointments.
Yeah, hospital appointments, court appointments. My
signal keeps going. When you go, Kev, I can hear you, mate.
Oh, yeah. Wherever he wanted to go, I was the one who's taking him for the last 18 months. Well, 14 months or whatever.
And how was that? Was that alright? Just you and Brian go in the car, or was there a female in the car with you, or?
Yeah, there was a female in the car, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cut to the chase, yeah, because everybody's here. Everybody's here for the nitty gritty. You're listening to the boys from the big bad city. Yeah. When did that relationship, I'm going to call it SIP, yeah. When did that relationship get inappropriate for a born again Christian? When did
it was a week, exactly a week into this new year, 2025. A week into this year.
Okay, so would that be correct in saying you knew her for, wait till I'll get back and do basic maths here, for about 14 months?
I knew, yeah. No, yeah, 14 months, yeah.
Then other things happened. Is that when other things happened? Kev, you hear me?
Can't hear you.
Hang on. I think it's my Wi-Fi. It's just. You hear me?
You've gone. Are you there?
You hear me now? Kev. Kev.
Your sound's gone. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate.
All right, so you're back now. I can hear you now. Yeah.
I think we can hear you most of the time, Kev. It's if anybody's walking about in front of your Wi-Fi, just tell them to stop walking now, because everybody needs to understand how Wi-Fi works. So it's basically like an infrared sight. It comes off your Wi-Fi box, and if anybody walks across that, it's like walking across an infrared for a panic alarm or a smoke alarm or whatever. You with me? So if anybody's walking about your house, it will cut your Wi-Fi off if you're going through Wi-Fi. So not a lot of people might maybe walk about with a phone in their hand having a Wi-Fi call, and then the Wi-Fi will cut off. It's because you're losing a line of signal.
Yeah, it's a bad Wi-Fi. What I've got here anyway. So
yeah,
anyway,
it's basically right. So right, okay. When did things get naughty? between you and Brian Cockrell's alleged wife.
When you say naughty, what do you mean? Like,
well, when did things became? Well, you're a man. You're single. You're taking something.
Oh yeah, a week into this year. A week into this year.
A week into this year. You started sleeping with her a week into this year. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Where was the first time that happened? I'm just going to cut to the chase now because I don't like to blow the lugs off people, and neither do you. So when was the first time you actually slept with the alleged born again Christian?
It was I would say around about the 10th of January.
2025.
2025.
Okay. Was that the Cockrell household?
No, it was another house.
Never in the Cockrell household?
Never in the Cockrell household, no.
Bear in mind the person who you can't speak about isn't known as Cockrell. You with me? On social media, so it's known by something else. So anything but the Cockrell household you can speak about.
Right. Well, it was
right. So you never slept with her in the Cockrell household, okay?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay. Did you sleep with her in another house?
Yeah.
Would that house belong to her?
It would, yeah.
Okay. Did you sleep with her? Or did you have a bit of fun in your car?
No, not in the car, no.
Right, outside.
Oh yeah, well, we have had a bit of fun in the car, but
a bit of fun in the car, okay. I don't want to ask how far that go. I'll leave that for people's imagination. So you had a bit of, it'd be fair to say you had a bit of foreplay in your car.
Yeah, but it was mainly in the house.
Mainly in the other house that she.
Yeah, a bungalow.
Has, yeah.
Yeah.
A bungalow. I keep calling it house, mate.
It's a bungalow.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bungalow. Yeah.
Right. Did you ever meet Bobby?
Yeah, I used to. But for the last 18 months, I took Bobby to Hartlepool for his injection every 2 weeks without fail.
For people listening for the first time, Bobby is Brian Cockrell's brother, who is we would class as a vulnerable addict. A vulnerable person, sorry. I'm going to call him addict because I know how much he drinks in a day. But again, that'd be me targeting somebody vulnerable, so I need to watch how I word that. So, Bobby's vulnerable, yeah?
Yeah, he's something, yeah. He's got it.
So,
yeah.
Right, okay. How would you state that illness? What injection do you take him for? Was it a depot injection? Or
it's depot. Yeah, it's depot. I think they call it depot injection. Yeah.
So that'd be once every 28 days. Am I correct?
Every two weeks. Every 14 days.
Right. So I believe you can get that monthly or fortnightly.
Yeah, fortnightly.
I knew a boy for Ashington once who was getting it, and he had a monthly jag. So, but he said he was going to try and get it down to fortnightly.
Yeah, Bobby got it every fortnight. You got it.
And you took him for the injections?
Yeah, for 18 months I took him for the injections, yeah.
What can you tell me about Bobby as his lifestyle?
Well, he's looked after, but he's sort of like a bit like a dog, really. He's got to be told what to do. If you know what I mean.
What age is Bobby?
Bobby, yeah.
What age is Bobby, roughly?
What age? Did you say what age?
What age is Bobby, roughly?
I think he's around about, a year older. He's about 58, I think.
So he needs looking after. Would that be correct?
He's got his own flat in Hartlepool. I don't think he can live by himself. I think he does need looking after, yeah.
Sorry, somebody keeps trying to phone me. Anybody try to phone me on WhatsApp, would you give it a bye now, please? Thank you. Or I'll block you. Sorry, Kev.
Yeah, he's got his own flat he's got his own flat in Article, but since I've known him, he's never stayed there. I don't think he can stay by himself, to be honest with you.
So Bobby's actually got his own. I knew that was mentioned before. That he had his own flat, and he doesn't stay there, no.
No, I didn't say that. I don't. Be honest with you, I don't think he's capable of living by himself. To be honest with you.
Okay, so let's get into the finances a wee bit. What I'm getting here, as you'll see, right? I'm not getting at Bobby by any means whatsoever. I'm not getting at Brian. Right now, I'm getting at finances, right? So Bobby will probably be guessing with how you describe it. He'll be on a lot of money a month, as in PIP.
I would imagine so. He'll probably be on the highest PIP, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So how much is that, Kev? Do you know off the top of your head?
PIP, just the PIP itself. I don't know. Is it £700-800? Just for PIP, maybe, or maybe more. I don't know.
So fees and high rate, would there be say about $1,000, $1,100 a month?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it'd be certainly 800, I would imagine.
Right. So rather than exaggerating it, we'll bring it down. So we'll split in the middle. £800 a month.
Yeah, be right. Yeah.
Right. What does Bobby spend his money on? £800 a month's a lot for somebody that's not living in their own house, has no outgoing bills, blah blah blah. What does
he spends it on? His money's spent on food and vodka.
Food and vodka. So he'll buy his food and vodka to cook and drink in Brian's house because he doesn't live in his own, obviously.
Yeah, Brian's house. Yeah.
Right. Would there be correct in saying that Brian doesn't drink?
I've never seen Brian drink. No, I don't think he drinks. Yeah. No.
I've never actually heard Brian. I've heard Brian maybe what I would call off his nut, but I've never actually heard him drunk. There's a difference.
I don't think if he did drink, he doesn't drink now. I don't think. I've never seen him drink.
Okay, so who buys Bobby his alcohol? What does Bobby drink, Kev?
He drinks vodka and tonic water.
Vodka and tonic water, okay. And who buys him that alcohol?
Person I can't speak about.
Okay, somebody you can't speak about buys him that alcohol, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Brian. You can speak about him. So there's only one other person in the household.
Yeah.
So she buys him alcohol?
Yeah.
And does she feed him it, or does she share it?
Yeah, she. Well, I don't know if he buys it out himself as well. I don't know.
Okay. Well, my personal experience of Bobby knowing Brian and his alleged wife over a 5-year was he was only made for putting the kettle on. Because that was a common phrase. Bobby put the kettle on. Bobby put the kettle on. That's all you ever heard.
Dogs for a walk.
Take the dogs. Well, I can't say take the dogs for a walk. You just need to look at poor Eli. That dog's meant to be an English Bull Terrier, and it might get a walk when it's convenient for some, but that dog's not fit. And I'm not just saying that because, I've got a certain... But you just need to look at the bloody dog. The dog's no fit. The dog's not getting walked. If you've got fit dogs, the dogs are nice and...
The dog gets... I think he gets too many treats, to be honest.
I can imagine. Comfort treating.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not the only... Well, I think other people in the household get treats as well.
No, listen, at the end of the day, you've known her for about 2 years, yeah? You got to know her. I know you've got backstage right here, so basically, guys, this guy here is split up with his missus. And a few months later, he's came across Brian Cockrell and his alleged wife. He's get friendly with her. She's been like a comfort blanket, giving her a bit of support, broken, blah blah blah, and then I don't know how many months later, things get intimate. And that's what we're going to talk about. Finances. You've spent over how much, Kev, on your cab and running that taxi of yours?
It'd be getting on for 25 grand, I would imagine, over an 18-month period.
Say that again?
I would say it'd be getting on for about 25 grand over an 18-month period.
25 grand over an 18-month period? And things only got intimate in the last 8 months, yeah?
Yeah, beginning of this year, yeah, about 10 months ago, yeah.
Did you fall in love with her, Kev?
No, not really. Well, I think I probably was starting to. But when I first, no, I didn't know.
Did you? If you go back to the beginning of it, right? Say you go back to the beginning, and because her life revolves around certain things, i.e. YouTube, where she accuses everybody else's life of evolving around that, right?
Well, I was never interested in YouTube at all for the first year, and I just let me get on with it. It didn't interest me at all.
And was it spoken about a lot, Kev?
Well, I had to make sure a certain person got back on time to set Brian's lives up the first year or something, yeah.
Right, so you had to make sure she was back in the house to set his lives up for the first year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And how did that go? Like, once you'd set them up, how was her reaction to you? Was there any, here we go again, or was it all sweet, or how was it? Where had you been before to get her back to set his lives up? Where had you been?
Well, I was with her nearly every day. They'd probably been in the bungalow.
Oh, really? So you were with her every day for?
Not every day, but I would say most days I was there, yeah, most days.
Would you say 4 out of 7, 5 out of 7, 7 out of 7? How many days roughly in a week would you be with her? Give her
it differed, maybe 4 days a week or sometimes more.
And would daytimes be when she needed something from you? Like a lift? I take it she put petrol in your car. She must have put petrol in your car.
Well, the first year I did get petrol in there, yeah.
How much petrol? Bearing in mind you spent over 20 grand at this point, how much petrol did you get?
Well, I used to get £20 to take Bobby to Hartlepool back. Well, it cost nearly £20 to take him there and back, you know what I mean? I found out another person got £50, but I got 20. See, the first year it was all, can you lend me this? Can you lend me this? I just want to borrow some money. And it was like I was lending this, but I never got it back.
So, right, I don't like exaggerating. Let's say it was 20 grand and no 25 grand. How much in that 20 grand that you borrowed have you received back? A true figure, please.
£300.
Okay. Please do not change your day job and open a bank.
Well, maybe it wasn't £300. Maybe it wasn't £300 because maybe in that money was probably £20 for petrol when I had no petrol in the car. So I had to get 20 quid or something.
Okay, so maybe £500 out of 20 grand.
No, less, maybe less. Maybe less.
Less than that, right? Okay. So as I was saying, don't open a bank because you'll be bankrupt.
Yeah, £300 max probably.
You'll probably get the lowest exchange rate ever. So
see, that the first year I was just lending. It was like a borrow. It was like a lending money she needed for. Brian needed to pay his mortgage because I think it was spent on gambling or something else. I don't know.
But actually paying the mortgage.
I was paying, yeah, not all of it. I was paying the majority of it, like.
how much is that mortgage a month? And the reason, because if you're lying to me, I will find out later on.
I was always told it was you had to pay £900 a month or £950 a month, but I know that dropped right down to it dropped down to about 700, 750, and then it dropped down to about 500 at the end.
When was that? When was that? When did it drop down to about 500?
Well,
The reason I'm asking because you're half the interest rate on your mortgage there and then, so there must have been a substantial amount of money paid to drop your.
No, it wasn't. It was, they couldn't pay it. They couldn't pay it, so she kept ringing up. I think they rang up the mortgage company and done some sort of deal with them and dropped it down to 550 or something. Well, it was supposed to be about 650 and 750 minimum, but it was getting down to 550s.
What else did you pay for, Kev, apart from the mortgage?
Food. Food. A lot of food.
Food? You put food in the cupboard?
Yeah, I went shopping twice a week everywhere. Took a certain person twice a week shopping.
And you paid for the shopping bill for that household, yeah?
Well, not directly, because it was all paid on these like Kalana cards and Asda cards, but these cards.
No, but you paid. What I'm getting at is you paid for the food in their cupboard. Doesn't matter which card you paid on or what bank it came out. It doesn't matter. You put food in their cupboard. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, basically, yeah. Basically, yeah.
And alcohol. Yes.
Yeah, I worked it out once. It must be £600 a month on vodka.
600 quid a month on vodka.
Yeah, I worked it out once.
Did you never work out that was actual mortgage or drinking? To the point where you said, you know what, I'm not going to pay for your mortgage because I've just bought your drink all month. That's what I'm getting at, mate. I'm not having a dig at you, but there's any point in this paying for their mortgage. You know, say I'm spending roughly 600 quid a month on vodka, where that could have been your mortgage paid.
No, I never said that. No.
You never thought that because you were in love with her. You must have been in love with her, mate.
Well,
listen, we've all been fools. We've all been fools somewhere in life, yeah? So I'm not getting at you, yeah? And there's no guy or woman or whatever listening to you right now who's got to say, you know what, the guy was, they're not going to say you're a mug, you're in love with her. True, yeah? That's a true fact. You were in love with her.
I was probably a mug because I just woke up one day and, wow, what am I doing?
So what caused you to wake up one morning and say, what am I doing? What happened? Did somebody...
It was the lies. Well, it was the lies. I caught a certain person out lying, sat lying to me.
You caught her out. You caught that person out lying to you.
Yeah, lying to me, yeah. I was always told that...
Did you confront her about the lie? Or
Yeah, I did, yeah. I was always told she never lie to me, and the most loyalist person you'll ever meet. Yeah, right.
See, when somebody ever says that to you, Kev, a wee warning for their own life, the first person that ever comes across to you and says, I'm loyal, trust me, blah, 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 that means they're full of shit. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, that's it. The first people who will stab you in the back, I've just dropped a rolled in my side, sorry. That'll be the first person who will stab in the back is somebody that comes across and professes they're loyal.
Yeah, you're right.
You'll probably get that yourself now, yeah? You'll probably realise, no matter how many years, they're full of shit. They're full of shit, mate. Right, so you paid the mortgage, you put food in the cupboards, you bought the alcohol, you've done the taxi, you're in love, it's lied to you. And then everything's changed, yeah?
Yeah.
And from then, what's happened?
Oh, from then I got locked up for 24 hours.
You got locked up for 24 hours for what you're on bail for right now would be a firearm.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And was there obviously there was another person charged with the same offence as you.
Well, put on bail, certainly. I don't know if they were charged or just put on bail. I wasn't charged, I was just put on bail.
Okay, so you weren't charged, you're on bail.
Yeah.
And you've not been charged, you're not in bail for any drugs with that firearm?
No drugs whatsoever. See, that's what I couldn't work out, because there was a man called Paddy Conroy was saying there was a kilo of white powder in this bungalow, and I'd must have put it there, or someone else must have put it there. There was no drugs in that bungalow.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say you're telling the truth here, because you know why? For somebody who doesn't like drama, she loves it. And if there was any drugs in that bungalow, along with a firearm, she put the firearm she's already admitted to on Paddy Conroy's live. It's also on my channel, and it's on my TikTok channel. She's admitted to having this firearm. She's admitted to offering Paddy Conroy.
Admitting to that. But 2 days after, she said, anyone who knows me knows I don't do guns, and that was another one, wasn't it?
Yes.
2 days after.
So it's like if they delete a video, they think they're deleting people's minds, which I find very ironic. It's like the only people who's living on the same wavelength will actually believe that shit. So if you say something and you delete that, what you've said, they think that goes away, but it doesn't. It doesn't go away. It's like they think they can erase it from people's minds who've taken down what they've said. That doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. No, because I've seen another video, and well, we won't get into that in a moment.
No, let's keep it. I mean, there'll be a part two to this, because no doubt people will be trying to pick this to pieces right now. But anybody that's trying to pick it to pieces can say one thing: this isn't rehearsed, and that's what it's all about. I haven't rehearsed what you're saying.
Because I don't want. I've never been one for YouTube.
You wanted to bloody tell me that. It's took me a week to get you to bloody click one.
I know, but I kept telling a certain person to come off it. I've been telling 18 months to come off this YouTube shit. What are you doing it for? And just come off it. Because I believe
when you were saying that, Kev, coming off this YouTube shit, blah blah blah. At that point, she was like, the house has been targeted. I don't know how many times, maybe 7 or 8 times. Correct?
Yeah, and that's her own doing. That is her own doing. When I told her this.
Right. So her house has been targeted, right? Now, who gets the blame of her house being targeted? Between, I'm asking you, who do they blame for the house being targeted?
Well, I was always led to believe it was Jamie Boyle. It all started with Jamie Boyle over some book or something. I don't know. Well, the fellow was over somewhere anyway. I think it was a book.
Did they ever explain to you Jamie Boyle's house being attacked? When Jamie Boyle was away from his house, was that ever spoken about?
I don't know. Was his house windows broken or something as well? I know about a car getting.
Right. Okay. Right. So we'll go back to the car. Right. So was that the car attack at Jamie Boyle's house ever spoken about with you and a certain female?
Yeah, I was sure the video actually. Yeah, of that.
Who showed you the video, Kev?
Well, a person I can't really speak about.
So the female that you can't mention, who possibly lives in the Cockrell household, allegedly, but she doesn't live there, showed you a video of a car being, we'll call it targeted. Yeah.
Well, I got asked, could I recognise that person in this video? And obviously I couldn't, because I knew this person very well in this video. So obviously I said, yeah, I can recognise this person. I said, what?
The reaction to...
Well, I said, someone who doesn't know this person probably wouldn't recognise it on that particular phone, because it was of poor quality. But obviously I could recognise it, because I knew who this person was.
And what did that person say to you when you said you could recognise her?
Nothing really.
What was the reaction? What was the reaction?
Nothing really. I can't really remember. But
so somebody was asked, showed you a video, and I said, "Could you recognise me in that video?" And you basically said, "Well, I know you." Yes, of course I could. Basically.
Yeah, basically,
right, okay.
yeah.
And can you tell me if there's anything used in that attack in somebody's property? Like, was it petrol?
No, I was always led to believe it was a paint stripper, nitro moss or a paint stripper, because it didn't go up in flames anyway, did it? So I was always told it was nitro moss paint stripper.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's really interesting, Kev, because that's the first time I've actually heard that mentioned. So thank you for that. Because I was always under the belief it was petrol was poured in the car. And then the security light across the road went on, and then the three of them dispersed from that property. So that's the first time I've learnt it was paint stripper.
Well, I was always led to believe it was a paint stripper. So I mean, Jamie must know because
but then again, paint strippers very flammable. Paint strippers full of the exact same ingredients. You know, similar bodies as petrol. It's very, very flammable.
Yeah, but if someone was going to set a car on fire, they wouldn't put a paint stripper on it, would they? Put a petrol on it.
No. So they're okay. Interesting. She's strongly denied that. What about the Cockrell household? Was there any security put at the Cockrell household? Because the reason I'm asking, she says, my ex-partner, and I can't profess this too enough, my ex-partner. Okay, she kept claiming my ex-partner was under police protection, so that must have meant that I was under police protection. Not knowing if anybody was under police protection and mentioning somebody's real name, which she did in many occasions, you're protected by the Crown. Okay, so if anybody's in police protection, you come out on the internet and say, they're in police protection, there's a real name, you're getting arrested for that, yeah? For sure. And this is people who say, Paddy Conroy, for example, say, please watch my YouTube. That, say, I can say a name. Emma Cockrell, for example, phoned me many years ago and said that there's a policeman in her chat. And she gave me the name of the channel that was in her chat as a policeman. Now, in fact, if you want me to really get back, I'll find the name of the channel because my bloody memory's terrible with names. But I have Emma saying to me and Donna, when I was with Donna, that there was a policeman in the chat with the name of such and such as a channel. Yeah, I've no reason to lie about that, yeah? So we've got Paddy saying, the police sit and watch my channel all the time. We've got Emma phoning me saying, we've got a policeman in our chat. And it was something like Mr. Squiggly or something along the lines. It was a stupid name, right? That's a policeman, just to let you know, that's fine. Oh, I'm not doing nothing wrong. But fine. So you've got Emma saying that, you've got Paddy saying that, and I'm like, all of a sudden, overnight, Emma turned basically overnight, and I could see it happening because basically what happened was Paddy Conroy had run out, everybody had found out or couldn't hide the fact that they knew he was a grass, like a police informer. They couldn't hide it any longer when they walked, especially when they walked into Hexham Police Station. They knew long before he was a grass, but when they walked into Hexham Police Station live with his camera to report me for a non-crime, the people that he was spokesman for could not get away with it any longer. He'd exposed himself, but what they done further was they got him to delete the video, which was saved for a rainy day. They still communicated with him, yeah, which I found really interesting, because you've got all these people shouting, this person's a grass, that person's a grass. Somebody's going to do a lie detector test, they pass it, he's never been a grass, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, wow, what the bloody hell have I just witnessed here? You with me? So he was a spokesperson for somebody, and then all of a sudden a female turned over, basically overnight, because Paddy needed another spokesperson for them because he'd been identified as a police informer in Grass. So all of a sudden this female pops up, yeah. The exact same man who allegedly put the man in his bloody bed with bad knees after nearly getting murdered in a house one night is all of a sudden in bed with the very same people. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
I was always led to believe that really hated Paddy for what he'd done. I can't believe
no, that hate goes so deep.
Yeah.
It goes so deep. I mean,
no, it's like a light switch. Just like a light switch now.
Brian, the only time I seen Brian telling the truth was when Paddy challenged him to a lie detector test over when they get done in the house that time. Yeah, and Brian, you know when he's lying and you know when he's telling the truth, right? So there was certain things that he said that time when he challenged. Okay, I'll do your fucking lie detector test if you do this one. When I covered with Speedy, when Speedy came and visited me in prison, I held my hand over it so the lip readers couldn't get us through the cameras. I knew Brian was telling the truth then. It was the only time I could identify he was telling the truth. You with me? Because and I thought, right, so how would you have somebody who tried to murder you, called you on the internet, called you Miss Piggy, you know, to absolutely terrorise you for years, allegedly get your house done several times with stupid fucking boys.
Oh, it wasn't that long ago, was it? It wasn't that long ago, was it?
That wasn't that long ago, mate. No, it was only maybe 2 years ago, just before you maybe met.
Yeah.
The house targeted several times, okay? And it was very interesting to watch it all unfold. You know, and I'm thinking, how the hell can you, Emma, Brian Cochran, how the hell can you come on the internet and possibly blame Jamie Boyle for the previous attacks in your house before that? How the hell can you even do that? And then try to tarnish my name in with that and say, oh, it was Humble Dryer doing it for Jamie Boyle. I was sending drugs to the sales and blah, 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 and we're getting the house smashed up. Who the fuck's believing that shit? Please tell me, who is believing that?
I don't think they do believe it, but they just don't want to say nothing.
Of course they don't believe it, mate. The people who's watching it, like Paddy's got some, you know, fairly intelligent, no, I'm not saying fairly, intelligent subscribers, yeah? They've watched everything. If they can pinpoint little dates where I would maybe get mixed up with a name or something, yeah, and go back 5 years, surely they can bloody pinpoint, yeah, things that's happening right in front of them. So when they bring things back to the people saying, I'm like, go and wash your hands, yeah, your face is dirty, go away, go and sit in the naughty chair. Go and sit in the naughty chair.
He's a big believer in lie detectors, isn't he, Paddy? Very big believer. I'll tell you what, you can do one on me if you want. I'll even pay for it.
Would you do a lie detector, Kev? You'd be a good candidate for a lie detector test.
I'd definitely do a lie detector test because I've got nothing to lie about. I'd even pay for it anyway because £500, nothing compared to what I've forked out.
But you just got to call you a liar, mate. The lie detector test was faulty.
They twist things. They twist every single thing's twisted. And I just don't know how to do it.
The people who believe you will never question you. The people who don't believe you never want to believe you. You know, it's like.
But deep down, I think they do believe. It's just. Well, I don't know what it is really. Just.
No, listen, even people who dislike me tonight will know you're telling the truth. That's a fact. The people who even dislike me tonight will know you are telling the truth.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling the truth. I've got nothing to lie about. I didn't even want to go on in. I want to come on here to try and stop these lies because they're going about me now. The lies are about me now.
But, mate, that's part and parcel of being involved with them, unfortunately. You know? Yeah. Take it for somebody. My kids are getting brandished out there hating me and everything. You know, why? Because I don't explain myself to them, because I want everybody to learn for themselves. What my kids are now learning themselves, yeah, without me saying anything, they're actually seeing what these people are all about. They're seeing with their own eyes, yeah? They're seeing with their own eyes how horrible and fucking nasty they really are, but I'm the person who gets accused of that. That's fine. I'm not going to explain myself to nobody. They're going to learn their own lessons in life. I can only say, well, you know what, keep watching, or don't watch, or don't get involved, and that's my That's my advice. Don't watch it. It is what it is. I'm here because I believe it's right. Don't watch it if you don't believe it's right. Don't get involved with it. If you're going to get scared with somebody messaging you and giving you bad words, just block them. If you're going to get scared with somebody phoning you up saying they're going to kill you, just block them, because people who phone you up saying I'm going to kill you isn't going to do jack shit. Okay? People who... Yeah, exactly. It's the people who don't say nothing that you worry about in life. I don't worry about anybody sending me a voice note.
I don't worry about anyone saying it's true.
I don't worry about them. So if words are going to, it's all saying sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt you. And that's true. The only reason will hurt you if you listen to them, take them in.
Yeah.
If they want to go down to the depths of despair and make up profiles of like my dead uncle, who I love very dearly, and I miss to this day, bigger fool then. Karma comes round in a mysterious way. They're making Facebook profiles of an uncle who had never ever done social media. You with me? And then kind of basically blackmailing my kids. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I do not mind if that's, where people wish to learn a hard lesson. I'm not the person lying. I am not the person lying. It's never been about me. And they're all learning just how fucking dark they really are. And they're going to learn a very, very hard lesson in life, never to question those who love you.
Yeah.
You with me? So, back to, so where do you go from here, Kev? You're down a right few quid. Any hope of getting paid that 20 plus grand back?
I'm not really bothered about the money. I'm not really bothered about the money. It's irrelevant, that.
Easy come, easy.
I wish I had it now, but it's irrelevant, isn't it? I'm not bothered about it.
Where do you see the future for Brian? He's stuck up, as you say, as a recluse in his bedroom.
Yeah, he's stuck in his bedroom, man.
Do you think Brian knows about half of what's actually going on? Is he a mushroom? Is he a mushroom gets fed in the dark?
No, I don't think he does know. I don't think he does know. I don't think he doesn't know what's going on, to tell you the truth.
What other affairs or alleged affairs, let's keep it correct, politically correct, what other alleged affairs do you know of this mistress, alleged wife of Brian Cockrell's, to be having any other men, any other names? I mean, spit their names out. Let's spit them out.
There was Mark. I met Mark from Liverpool. Scouse Mark. I met him from Liverpool.
You met him?
I met him, yeah. He come down the flat in Redcar. Stayed about a week. But I was always told that there was something.
Let's say the name. On you go.
I was always told there was something wrong with him. I don't know if he had no dick or something. Something wrong with it anyway.
Okay, so he had the same basically limp lung problems as Brian. He couldn't get a hard, basically, in men's talk. So he couldn't get a hard on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'll spit it out, mate. It's no secret that Big Brian couldn't get a hard on. That's no secret. I've known that for a long time. In fact, I'd put money on it that I don't think they've actually ever slept together.
No, I was told that. I was told that never, because I was always told that the marriage was going to get annulled. Is it annulled? Is that the word, annulled?
Annulled?
Annulled. Is it annulled?
So what, basically, I don't know, mate. I've never been married, so I don't know. So
yeah,
basically something written in to, so wouldn't it be?
Well, because it wasn't. What's the word? I can't even say the word now. What is it? Contemplated? No, something like that. They've never had sex anyway. You've gone off again.
No, I was just trying to check.
I was always told that they'd never had sex, and they weren't married in that way.
They weren't intimate. That's just
definitely no, definitely not.
And that was throughout the full marriage. This
Yeah. What I was led to believe. Yeah, what I was led to believe. I mean, the actual marriage didn't take place, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
There was a millionaire from Redcar. He went to stop the wedding, but obviously he didn't. Because I think he was going to marry her.
Oh, interesting. You got his first name, you don't need to say his second name because everybody knows their privacy is fucking. You got any
I know the second. I think I know the first name, but I definitely know. I think I know the second name.
Oh, guess the second name then. Know the full name.
Is it Henson? That's what he had. A big window company. He used to have a big window company. Henson's Windows. Yeah.
What about any intimate pictures that was sent to prison phones? Do you know anything about them? Is that they ever mentioned?
No.
No, it's only because things I know, obviously you don't know, and that's good that you said no. Because if I was going to say you just said yeah, I would say you're a liar because I've never spoke to you about these unless she has.
No, I've never seen intimate pictures went to prisons.
Yeah, intimate pictures she sent into jail phones. You know, like illegal.
Right. Well, I don't know that, but I know that was another reason why. Well, I didn't work out because I'd caught sending pictures to other people.
You caught. Was that the reason you don't need to tell me? You can just say yes or no. Is that the reason you fell out with her after falling in love with her?
Well, one of the reasons.
Right. So you caught somebody you'd fell in love with sending intimate pictures to another member of society.
I didn't actually see the pictures, but I know he was texting other blokes on the internet.
How do you know that, Kev?
Because I seen the texts on the phone.
Right. So how do you know there was intimate pictures sent?
Because apparently that's what she does all the time. That's what she did to me, actually.
Okay. So is that where she hooked you in? By sending you intimate pictures?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay.
Me not knowing that she does it all the time as a party trick, that.
Would it be fair to say she's now friends with your ex?
Yeah, and I was going to mention that because she's on about your daughter. She's feeling sorry for your daughter. Well, my ex's daughter has actually fell out with her over this.
Your ex's daughter's fell out with her mother?
Yeah, fell out with her mother, of course. Them two talking, yeah.
Right, okay, Kev, I've got to stop you there, mate, right? Glad you said it, right? But you know what? What age is the daughter, Kev? Because if she's like 18, 20-year-old, will not speak anymore. What age is this daughter?
She's an
adult. Alright, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So it's not somebody's
I get on very well with the daughter.
So your ex's daughter is in her 30s, 40s?
38, I think.
38, okay. And she's fell out with her mother because of the relationship she has with somebody you fell in love with. What a fucking carry-on you've got in your hands, mate. I thought I was in a bad one there. Wow.
Yeah, because the shit she spouted about my ex, the vile stuff she spouted about her. I mean, some of it's probably right, but the vile stuff, she said she had AIDS at one point, which I knew was a lie because I thought if you thought she had AIDS,
the person you can't speak about said your ex had AIDS.
Yeah, and I knew that was a lie because I thought if she thought that, she wouldn't be with me, would she?
Wow.
She wouldn't be doing stuff with me if she thought that.
About somebody.
Uh-huh.
That's a fair old, frightening scare to put in somebody saying she's such and such has got AIDS.
Yeah, I knew it was a lie because obviously.
I mean, you could say they had a drug addict or just a bitch or just jealous, but to say somebody had actually AIDS, no.
Yeah, and then the girl got changed how she thought she had AIDS. But the vile stuff she used to say about was unreal.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of it was probably true because she was, well, nowhere near as bad like one.
So if you could turn the hands back in time, yeah, everybody, asks this question. If you turn the hands back in time, yeah, who would you rather be? Be with your ex and never meet the person you can't speak about, or be in love with the person you can't speak about and never meet your ex? Where would you go?
Well, it would never happen, but I'd rather be with my ex. And
you'd rather be with your ex? Fair play to you. Fair play to you. You've just answered.
Well, it never happened. That never happened because anyway, it never happened.
No, it's too much water under the bridge. I get that, but I've got a lot of things I could say about a certain person.
So this certain person now I can't speak about. I mean, I didn't.
Even though she's with contacting you through a third party, and I've got the voice note. Yeah, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I never, when I first met her, I never fancied her like that in that way whatsoever.
Oh, you never? So you're not actually physically attracted to her when you first met her, no?
No, definitely not. She was, I'm not being horrible, but she was a big girl. She was a big girl and she had these horrible lips. It just was not my cup of tea.
She was, right, I'm not going to be hatred here, but let's say she was slightly overweight for somebody of her camera image, should we say. What you see in camera wasn't what you're going to meet in real life. Would that be fair to say? She's voluptuous. She was voluptuous, Kevin. That'd be a nice word for it. Voluptuous.
Yeah. So and then the back end of a full year went by till the beginning of this year. But the back end of last year, say December, maybe November, December of 24, started taking these Monjaro jobs. and the lips had gone.
Sorry, every time I think of Manjaro jabs, all I see. You ever seen the guy? He's a comedian from Newcastle. Oh God, bald-headed boy, and he makes the comedy sketches. Yeah, and everybody's all the crackheads and that are on these Manjaro jabs. It's funny. Dear, the boy used to do the balloon for the school kids, and that used to chase him. Robinson or something. His name will come to me. And he does sketches, and the crackheads are taking these slimming jabs, yeah. And it's funny, like, so every time I hear the word mentioned, I think back to the comedy sketches of the crackheads.
but like I said, the last 2 months of 2024, the weight I'd actually must have lost. It was a massive amount in no time at all. It was good 3 stone, maybe a bit more than 3 stone, 3.5 stone lost.
So what did you get down to, about 20 stone? Sorry. That's just my.
The lips had gone right down anyway. I don't know, but it's gone right down. But the weight dropped off her. I mean, it was probably my money paying for it anyway. No, I think about it.
Sorry, what do you think of these two?
Both I took over that. I said I'd take over these Monjaro jabs. That was 200. That was like £200 a month. £200 a month. Well, I ain't got ripped off with that.
You paid £200 a month.
Yeah, but I got ripped off with that because it was 2 months. She'd fucked the order up or something. So it was £500 a month on it. Near enough. You got that money.
I'm sorry for you right now, but I'm just.
You got that money to cry. The money.
You fucking mug. Yeah. Okay, you can laugh about this next year. Maybe.
I'll laugh about it now actually because you're really crying last one.
could have been worse. You could have bought a bigger car. At least the week off had done its job. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Manjaro jobs. Right, girls, if any of you are in the chat, broken hearted and a wee bit flumptious and weight, we've got Kev the Cabs here. He will give you, he will supply the Manjaro jobs. Hey Kev, we could set this up as a hotline.
Hey, you've gone off again, haven't
Oh dear. And there's Pierre Brian still jumping about a big bedroom shouting tinfoil, tinfoil. Sorry. You gotta grab myself here. It's a good job I don't smoke dope. Fucking hell. Anybody want any jobs? Oh dear, Kev.
I spent a couple of grand on jabs. I did spend a couple of grand on jabs, didn't I? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to mute myself there. You spent a couple of grand in jobs.
Yeah, because 2 months, like I say, 2 months, I got ripped off because it said it fucked the order up and you had to go somewhere else and order it. So it was like £500, £470 1 month. And then 2 months after that, I'd done it again. And it was £530, I think. Instead of 200 and something.
So you were the taxi, you put the food in the cupboards, you gave her the comfort sweeties for night time to get her all flumptious. And then you get ripped off of the jobs.
What can I say? I'm a nice guy.
I'll tell you what, you might not be the brightest guy when it comes to technology, but you're a good guy because not everybody would go and buy the jobs to then get ripped off then. Not everybody would do that. Oh dear, Kevin. Fucking hell, mate. I just keep thinking that Dirty Boys comedy sketch with the Manjaro jabs. Oh, the crackheads are running about Newcastle, about 8 stone, take the Manjaro jabs. It's funny, like, you need to watch it. I'll send you. Oh dear. Can't tell. Right, I don't know what else do you want to say, Kev. My mind's gone, mate. I'm just you got a grip of me here. I meant to be keeping this. I can't keep it.
I've got two other little things up my sleeve, but I'm keeping them to myself.
Okay. I'm not going to ask what they are in case you only say one name and that's me away again. So keep them up your sleeve.
I'll keep them to myself because they might get to I might give them to the authorities. I don't know. Depends on me. If I keep getting lied about on this YouTube, I'll send them to the authorities.
Well, mate, at the end of the day, if you've got to send it to the authorities now, as I know, you're a law-abiding citizen, you're quite entitled to do these things. If you're a criminal, gangster, or whatever, coming on and saying, I'm going to send things to the authorities, I'll just cut you off. But you're a law-abiding citizen, you've got every right. I would never know any criminal to stand in a court and point at a law-abiding citizen and shout and call them a grass. That doesn't happen, okay? So
I've never done it in my life, but
it doesn't matter if you're a law-abiding citizen, you've got every right. If you're a law-abiding citizen, yeah, and
there's always an exception, isn't there?
You cannot point and blame a law-abiding citizen for standing in the dock, okay? That falls down to the criminal being stupid, okay? And any old school gangster or that or whatever will tell you that they'll never point at a law-abiding citizen in the dock and call them a grass. That's a fact.
Yeah, well, I got these sent to me yesterday. These let's call them little gifts, shall we? And I've got them yesterday. So if I keep hearing that I'm made out to be a liar, I'll send them to the authority. Well, we'll keep them for now.
Yeah, you keep them. I don't need to know about them, mate. You keep them to yourself.
No. Yeah.
One thing I want to ask you about, right? So, the Cockrell household, how's the security at the household? I believe that they put certain other drastic measures of security, even though they say people are living and hiding and all the rest of it. How is the Cockrell household? How's the lines going? And
well, they had the security man there for a couple of months, I think. I used to pick him up at the bus stop in Middlesbrough and drop him off at 6 o'clock at night. He was there till 6
sorry, whoa. They had what?
A security man staying outside in the car at the house from 6 o'clock on the night. Well,
are you fucking having me on here? Is this the first time you've lied to me? Like, come on, you've been honest here.
Yeah, I'm being honest. There's a red Audi parked on the grass. Well, it was on the drive. He used to be parked on the drive, and they had a security man. He used to sleep. Well, he wasn't. Well, he was a pisshead, but he probably did sleep now and again. But he was in the car all night. Security man. After the house got smashed up once. That went for about 2 months. I picked him up from the bus stop in Middlesbrough, the bus station, 6 o'clock in Middlesbrough, and then he was there till 6, 7 o'clock the next morning.
You're kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. No.
So they had a security man staying in that red Audi, which is parked across the grass, as you can see in CCTV.
Yeah, well, it used to be parked on the drive.
6 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning for 2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months, yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Well, interesting. Okay, Kev, I don't need to know any more about that, mate. That's just what you've said there just adds up to other things that I've been told, little whispers, maybe from neighbours, etc. You know, because there's neighbours really disliking them. Really disliking them. The amount of neighbours that's contacted me, I'm not going to name them, obviously, but they've used their real profiles, etc. A lot on TikTok, to be honest, and how disgusted they actually are with the behaviour, and how, you know, some kind of bought retirement homes, blah blah blah. They're actually disgusted at what they witness coming out in and out the house on a daily basis. Never mind what's happening at night.
Two seconds. I just pop in the toilet. 2 seconds.
Okay, mate. I'll tell you what, mate. We can end it, Kev, right here, because we don't, and we'll catch up on our time, right? We'll do it on our.
All right. Okay. Right.
Okay, so bye for Kev and his Manjaro jabs. Kev, you take care, mate, right?
All right.
Ta-ra, Paul.
Okay. Right, bye.
Thanks, everybody in the chat. Right, guys, I'm going to end this here because Kev done well there, and I'm just going to end it, guys, and just leave it at that, okay? So if you want any Manjaro jabs and a wee bit of Southern comfort, a wee bit of shoulder to cry on, don't go ripping the guy off, because only bad fake Christians do that. Do that, guys. I bet your humble brother was jealous when I banged his bird all over. Smash the back door clean in. That's why your humble brother's jealous. Because you can't fill the hole, can he?
Anybody knows that humble Blaze address, put his address in the comments. I want to know where he lives.
I'm coming for you. I fucking mean it. Put your fucking money where your mouth is. Hold up. You crossed the line with me, cunt. You crossed the fucking line. I'm a fucking son. A fucking dickhead. Smash the back door clean in.